It is Sunday afternoon. It means it's time for episode of Selling Past Your Expiration Date, being Thrifty Hour 50. I'm your one host, Jay.
I'm Peg. Hi, gang. Good to be here.
What's happening, everyone?
Hope you've had a good weekend. What happened? What happened? I lost you, Jason. I don't hear you, honey. Oh, there you go. You're on.
Where was I?
Are you okay?
I'm watching the feed, and I see me the whole time. So how'd you lose me?
I don't know. I didn't hear. For a little bit, you were totally not there. I didn't hear a thing.
Oh, everyone else had no sound. But
no
you
sound.
Hear me now, right?
Yep. I mean, I can hear you now.
Weird.
I know. All of a sudden, is it Halloween yet?
I guess. What's happening, Ma?
Well, it's October 1st. Can you believe it?
I know.
Last weekend, we had about a 6-day stretch here of 92-degree weather every day. And last night we had frost on the old pumpkin.
Cleveland.
Yeah, yep. And we won't talk about the Browns because I think I'm throwing in the towel on that team. I'm done. I am done.
Okay. I'm going to start betting $100 a week against them, and the spread was so close. I'm like, I won't. And then they got creamed today.
Oh, terrible. I think 31-7 was the final score. So, I'm done. Now, the tribe is another story. I think we're going to end up with 102 wins this year. We're winning our last game of the regular season today, and playoffs start on Thursday, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, Cheryl Hinton said frost. I'm like, yeah, and we were nice, and now we're back in the 90s today. It's like, God.
Oh, that's now as crazy as that was, with last night being cold, starting tomorrow and the next few days, we're going to be back near around 80. So it's crazy anymore. It really is. So how's the gang doing? How's everybody out there? Hope you're all well. Got a lot of goodies to show you today.
Cool.
Yeah, I had some good garage sales. I'm going to miss my garage sales when they're over. Oy, oy, oy.
I know. What are we going to do?
I'm just going to say we're going to have to come up with a new segment for Mom.
Now you have to get out and go thrifting.
I'll have to hit the thrift stores more, but my best deals are always at garage sales. I just love
the savers for Halloween costumes yet?
No, I didn't get there. I wish it was closer. Just it's a bit of a drive for Mom.
Whatever. You can spend a whole day out bouncing around. When's the last time you've been to This Way Out or both Savers? Come on. There's all kinds of great shops.
I have. Well, because on the days that their discounts are, I can't get there because I watch my grandkids. And then come Thursday and Friday, I'm garage sailing, so I don't take time to go to Savers. When that ends, then I will, of course, because, I'll be driving in the cold and the snow.
Yeah. All right, so I was in Utah this past week. My first trip beyond Cedar City. It's about as far as I've ever been in Utah, but I went to Salt Lake City. Because unbeknownst to me, when I was buying my new truck, my Ford Raptor, you get a free day at the Raptor Assault Driving School. So that was a cool little added bonus. So, of course, I took them up on it. So we get out to Salt Lake City, and we go to this little town east of the city, and this is our convoy for the day. So they take us on a course right on the grounds, showing us how to climb rocks and come down steep grades and stuff like that, and how to accelerate, how to brake in loose gravel, and then we go off into the desert and the mountains to put our new skills to the test. So this is the steep incline we had to drive. Now, what was cool about this was, besides going up and learn how to do it, coming down the backside was just as steep, but this truck has a feature where you push a button and it just takes you down the hill automatically. You take your feet off the pedals, no brakes, no gas. And the first time you do it, you are pooping your pants. You're like, is this going to work? But it worked awesome. So, and then a couple times we actually raced through the desert. So those few times we had to wear helmets when we were rock crawling. We didn't really need helmets, but when we were racing.
When you're racing, how fast are you going when you say racing?
We're going 45 through the desert, through loose gravel and rocks. And man, these trucks are built to go 45 through the desert. It feels like you're doing 80, but it is so smooth. It's crazy. So this is our convoy at the top of a mountain where we had lunch, and this is the other end of us. So as you can see, we're at the top of the world, Ma.
I know. All I can think of was my son, who is what, almost 47. I think he was about 18 last week.
Oh yeah. So, and this is us climbing up more mountains.
Uh-huh.
But the reason I tell you all this, because I had a reason to go to a city I have never been to before, Salt Lake City. And so, of course, anytime we go, or me and my wife, or me and my friends, or just me and myself, I go someplace new.
Surprise!
Yeah, I go thrifting. Now, I have always used my Google Maps to plot out my points. And before Google Maps existed, many, many moons ago, 20 plus years ago, I am like Clark Griswold when it comes to planning out vacations and work trips. So back in the day before Google Maps, I would print out a map of the city or area we were going to, like say Maui or Manhattan. And then I would put numbers at every point I wanted to go to. And I would break them down, especially when we were traveling for pleasure, I'd break them down into sightseeing, restaurants, places to shop, and cool bars. And then I would have a spreadsheet, color-coded. I full nerd out when I travel. So the advent of these things and Google Maps, it is so much easier. Now, Google Maps added a new feature about 4 or 5 months ago that I knew was there, hadn't thought about how it would benefit my life, but it did this trip. And so I just kind of stumbled on something, and I'm like, oh, duh. It's one of those moments where you're like, of course I should have been doing this, but it didn't hit me till this trip. So I thought it'd be a good thing to share with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
How to use maps. And I did put vacation in the title, and someone said, oh, it must be nice to take vacations. Now, we all travel somewhat, even if it's to the neighboring town. So vacation was just a term I used, but whether you're traveling for work or just moving to the next town to thrift, this can be very helpful. And if you're already tuned in, stay tuned, because we have a fun announcement that Mom doesn't know anything about.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so before we get to why we're here today, I'm going to teach you about it. Let's play a fun game, huh?
All right. What do I got?
What is this object?
Let me get it up on the big screen here. What am I looking at?
And this is for
well, it could be a purse. Could be a lamp.
This is for the audience too. So anyone have any clue what this object is?
I'm thinking a purse, a lampshade.
Yep. Yeah, so Bilda, and you got it right. That is a lampshade. Probably the most hideous lampshade that I've ever seen.
I mean,
I see somebody talking about it. Yeah, we didn't take our own trucks to the desert. Ford gives you trucks to drive in, and they give you 5 instructors with a convoy of 10 trucks. So it was very cool. Yeah, that's an ugly lampshade. I did not buy that, but it is awfully hideous.
I have to say though, those daisies look pretty good. They almost look real.
All right, so here's how you should plan a trip, a thrifting excursion, a vacation, business trip. Go to Google Maps on your computer. Now you can do it on your mobile.
Okay.
But it's easier to look at it on the bigger screen to start. But then, of course, I'm going to show you the mobile in a minute, how to use it. Now, I picked a city I've never been in, and I want to go visit someday, and Albuquerque. So as you can see, there is no little marks on the map yet. And in correlation, here's my San Francisco, and you can see all my little stars of the places I go. So, but let's go back to Albuquerque. So we'll start a fresh city that I've never, ever been to. And I want to go there for one main reason. Mom, what do you think that reason is?
Well, thrifting, I guess.
No, what do I go to first, Ma? Come on.
Oh, tiki bar, excuse me.
There's a great tiki bar there called Bert's Tiki Lounge.
Duh.
So, what, wow, okay. So what the option they give you on the computer is you just save the spot. So you would put a little star in there. So once I get rid of the fact that I searched for Bert's, as you can see now, Bert's has a little star where it didn't have a star before.
I saw that. Okay.
So when I back my map out to look at Albuquerque as a whole, right now we only have 1 star. So there's our 1 star where it's right above where it says Bio Park. And so the second thing I always look for in every city is to see if they have any savers, because I love savers. They're my favorite thrift chain. Oh, look at that. They got 2. So let's go to this one, and we will star it. And then we go back to results, and we'll go to the second one. And then we will click save also. Now, once we close out of that, now we have, hey, 3 stars in the city of Albuquerque. We have 1 tiki bar and 2 savers. Now, I tend to stay at Sheraton's when I travel. So let's see if there's a Sheraton here. Yep, there's a Sheraton Albuquerque Airport and an Uptown. I'll prefer to stay at the Uptown. I usually don't stay at the airport unless I have to. So when I get to Albuquerque, I'll be staying here at the Sheraton. So I'm going to put that little star. And, you know, after savers, I like Goodwills. So let's find the Goodwills in Albuquerque. So I'll just go through these and start starring these. So this part's pretty self-explanatory. Am I correct?
Yes, that's pretty good.
And now let's find a cocktail bar.
Well, Sunset Grill and Bar sounds like it could be good for us.
Okay. Sunset Grill and Bar, and then the Moonlight Lounge.
Yep, I like that.
And let's think of a fun place to go eat. Chipotle. Because that's where I eat lunch all the time. So let's find a Chipotle. There we go. This one looks good. Okay, so now I've got my map started. Now, of course, it would not be that quick and haphazardly. I would definitely look. I'm going to search out antique malls. I'm going to search out vintage stores, secondhand stores. So there we go. So let's start this antique mall, and then we'll back up to the results. Let's do this antique mall. So that's kind of how I travel. Whether it be for work or pleasure, I'm looking for good thrift stores, good cocktail bars, good antique shops. And then, of course, if it is a city that I've never been to, I will definitely hit the tourist stuff. So now, as you can start to see, we have this 1-star way up north, but we got a lot of stuff right down here in the middle. Oh, and the other thing, too, that I look for, obviously, Mom, is record stores.
Mm-hmm.
So let's star a few record stores real quick here. Charlie's 33s and CDs. I kind of like the name of that. Talking about records and CDs. Bob Hill Music. All right. So now we have our map started. What I saw in the chatter about this show tonight is people wanted Google Maps to make you a route to everything you want to go to. Well, that is a feature, but, you know, how do you pick how many things you're going to go to in a day? Because it's really going to depend how good the store is. If you're out and about thrifting all day, it's really going to depend. Like this one record store I went to in Salt Lake City, it wasn't a big store. I had an hour and a half till close. I'm like, oh, no problem. I only got through soundtracks in 90 minutes.
Right. Well,
I got through.
Maybe that could be more for us with the garage sales, you know, Jace, because, you know, when Mom plans.
Yeah. Now, what I said was just use your eyes. So if we're in this section right here, as you can see from this star on the left where my mouse is to this star on the right, it's kind of somewhat a straight line. You know, a little crooked, but start over here at, okay, we'll go the other way. We'll end at Birds. We'll start over here at the Crazy Cat Records.
Okay. Then
we'll stop at Sunset Bar and Grill for a little lunch and a beer. And then we'll stop at this antique mall, and then we'll keep on working our way down. So we end up at Bert's Tiki Lounge for the evening. Okay. And then when we head up north, we'll work, like say the next day, we'll work on like this one and this one. So we'll start working on the northern thing. So at this point, you just use your eyes. But now their new feature that I started using, and let's get to that. So let me share real quick. Let me share my phone with my computer. Okay, there's that. Okay, hang on a quick sec. I got to switch from sharing computer to sharing phone.
Okay.
And there we go. Okay. So here's Albuquerque. When I opened my phone before the show started, there were no stars. So the fact that we're putting the stars on Google on the web, it's instantly putting them on your phone. This is just the Google Maps app phone. Okay. So here's what's nice. Now, the reason I wanted to show you guys about driving the trucks and everything, and I also taught a class. So I had mapped out this whole city, but the truck stuff and the class stuff, I wasn't sure how long the day would go. So as I got done with things, I would look at my map and go, okay, I'm on this side of the city. I'm going to go hit all these things. So the new feature they added was you can change the star. It used to be just the star.
Okay.
And let's say we get to the antique specialty mall and now we're done. So you tap, you put your finger, put me on the screen first. Put your finger down here where it says antique specialty mall and tap on it. We'll see that it came up with all the information, the address, the hours. Now, where it says saved, I'm going to click on it, and I can change it now to favorites. So when I go back to my map, that one is now a heart. So that tells me I've been there already.
Ah, okay.
So as you start to look at your maps, like, where do I still need to go? If you remember to change from the star to the heart, then you'll see, okay, I'm done with all these. Now I can work on those. Now, on the other end of that, if you ever plan on getting back to Albuquerque and say you go to Townhouse Antique Mall and it stinks, then turn that one off. So take your starred one off, so that's not there anymore.
All right, when you took it off, Jason, did you just tap the save and it comes off then?
Yep.
Releases it, okay.
So this way, you can really, and I started doing that this trip, you can really start to pay attention to where you've been and where you need to go. Because I was in town for, I got up Tuesday and I left Friday afternoon. So as I worked my way around the city, I kept tapping. That way I could keep backing out and looking. Okay, those are all, the heart ones are done. The yellow ones I still got to get to. And then if I hit something that I didn't like, I turned it off because I want to make sure I know next time. Now, next time when I go to Albuquerque and I go back to the Antique Specialty Mall, now I'm going to change it back to just the yellow one. So again, I know I've hit it again. Because if you start going back to the same city a few times, you'll be like, oh, shoot, did I go to that record store already this trip or was that last trip? Especially if you're older. This is the easiest way to keep track. Just every time you're there, switch your star over.
I like that.
Now, Debbie said they should put a dud symbol. Now, they do have a couple other things, and that could be. So instead of taking it solely off, one of the other options is want to go. So you could say in your brain, instead of calling it want to go, you can say the green ones stink. So you could relabel it. Instead of just turning it off, you could remind yourself next time you're in Albuquerque, okay, I went to that place and it stunk. I ain't going again.
Okay.
You get it, Mom?
Got it. Damn. You know what I'm okay, this is my mom's homework. I'm gonna try and do Chicago since we're getting to ecom, and map out the things that I'd like to do on, say, Thursday, our free day, and see if I can pull this one together.
I'll just show you how much I use this. Here, let's look at New York City. Oh, we go to a lot of places in New York City.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
So all those dots are bars and restaurants and sightseeing stuff and cool places to do things. So and then where this really...
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. You finish up first.
One of the things I do just when I'm living life normally, so if I'm sitting on the couch watching TV or watching a travel show, I'm like, oh, man, if I ever get to Nepal, I'm going to go to this restaurant. Well, I go right to Nepal on Google Maps and pop it on there already. So I'm not going to a new place and going, where should I go? If I've read something about a cool restaurant somewhere in the country or a cool bar or a cool antique store, I put it right in the maps right away. So when I look at my maps and I'm heading to that town, especially if it's a town I've never been to, I'm like, oh, yeah, I've already picked out like 4 things I got to do.
Nice. Very nice. Well, so what Mom was going to say, all right, is it possible to do garage sales like that? I mean, you have to type in every...
You would have to... That's where it'd be better off to use the yard sale app that we have shown on one of our shows.
Okay.
Because, again, the yard sale app will show you all the ones with their little things. And you just visualize your eye, and then it'll give you the directions to it. Now, Kimberly said, can you change to something to let you know closing time? So I don't know about letting you know ahead of time, but here's what they do. Is let's go back to Albuquerque. If you're trying to go someplace that's closing soon and you start the directions, because of course part of using the maps is it'll help you get there. So let's pretend we're going to the Moonlight Lounge right now.
Okay.
And we'll directions from Henderson, Nevada. Whoops. No, not my friend Kari's house. Okay, so it's an 8-hour drive. So what happens is when you set up the map to take you there, if it's closing within an hour before it starts the route, the phone will tell you this is closing soon.
Oh yeah, I've seen that happen on my phone. I have, yeah.
Also, on the reversion of that, let's say you're going to a bar that doesn't open until 5, and you're telling your phone you want to go to the bar, and you're going to get there before it opens. It will tell you, hey man, this business ain't open yet.
Yeah, that's a cool feature. I always like that.
Okay, George says way too fast. How do you save and put the places in order? There is no order, George. It's just your eye. So wherever you're at. So here, let's go. Well, the one thing I haven't shown yet is how do you know where you are? Okay, see the blue? The blue is you.
Yeah, the car, right?
Yeah, so the blue is me.
Okay.
And so if say that I'm traveling to Las Vegas, I got the 3 hearts. These are the 3 places I want to go to that is nearest to me. So there is no way to put in an order because what order? Depends where you're going for the day.
Right.
So I base my stuff around, okay, I taught my class, so I had to go to this store. And then when I was out of that store, I looked around knowing where I was going to be the next 2 days. So I kind of think ahead. Okay, on the next day, I'm going to be on the east side of town, so I don't need to head east. Today, I'm kind of south, so I'm going to do all the southern things.
Does that help, George? Hopefully.
I hope so. I think that's a compiling question, so let me pop up the questions too there.
Right. Murray's Dive Bar in Nebraska. Don't miss that one.
Oh, funny! I got a T-shirt. I got a T-shirt for Murray's. Yeah.
Okay, Dave. It sounds good.
So I'm gonna answer the questions in order, even though I kind of half answered it. Linda said, "Weren't you concerned you'd damage your new truck?" The whole point of buying this truck, Linda, is to go off-road. So that's what comes with an off-road vehicle. There will be damage at some point. Ginny says, don't forget the local charity shops. Many of those are honey holes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, but then I look for the little stuff to fill in. And then when you're at, especially antique malls, talk. Ask them, hey, what's your favorite antique mall or antique store to go to? But when you're asking, already have your phone out so you can pop it in there. So to go back to the phones, in case you've never done this on Google Maps, you just type in where you want to go. So I'm just typing in Savers, search, and then all the red ones are the Savers. Oops.
Mommy hasn't played enough with that, Jason. I need to do more. I can see that.
So say I want to go to the Saver, so I tap on it, and I'm going to then save it as a start place. But I want to start driving, so I'm going to push the little car in the lower right-hand corner. And there's the instructions. 15 minutes, it's 5 miles to get there.
Okay, Jason, George says he has Google Maps open on his computer. Is it different from that than your phone?
No, we were just showing Google Maps on the computer. So I don't.
Okay.
So, but George, you didn't ask a question. So what part is different to you?
Maybe it's different, he says.
Oops. So I'll go back. I'll go back to Google Maps on the computer. Easy peasy.
You open it up from right from scratch one more time. So click on Google Maps on your computer, and that opens up. Correct?
Yeah. Then you just type in the city you want to go to.
Because when you open up Google Maps on my phone, Jason, it doesn't look like that, does it? Let me check.
Of course it does, Ma.
Well, I just see that. Can you see that? Not really.
Hang on. You're not on the big screen.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Angle it because I can't see anything right this second. No, angle the other way.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get my thing back over here. Get myself up on the screen, then I can see better. All right, let me see what I got to do.
Angle down.
Down.
Come in.
Down.
Yeah, but come in and then move over a little bit. All right. Yeah. Now, angle back a smidge. There it is. Okay. So, what's your question?
Okay. So, if I'm going to start where it says search Google Maps at the top, do I put the city in and then I go from there, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. All right, Mommy. I got to practice. I'm going to practice this after we're done today.
Yeah, so that's like I said, work on the computer first because it's way easier. Plus, typically, typically I'm using when I'm looking, and we've been talking about thrifting and drinking, but when I'm looking for restaurants, because of course you got to eat when you're traveling. I'm looking for Chipotle's when I need a quick lunch while thrifting, but of course I'm in a new town. I want to go to cool places for dinner. So I'm going to be using Yelp. I'm going to be using Google reviews to figure out the cool places. I also use TripAdvisor to figure out the reviews of the hotels. And so to set up a trip, I sit at a computer. So I have a window open to Google Maps. I got a window open to Yelp, and I can read reviews. Nice. And, like being a seller on eBay, you should not exclude something for 1 or 2 negative reviews. We all have negative reviews, but you should look at the current feedbacks of any business you're going to. If all suddenly they used to be 5 stars and then there's like a month where they're just 1 and 2 stars, something's happened. And so it's not to say it won't be good when you get there, but there's only so many hours in the day. So I want to get to the stuff that's still getting 4 and 5 stars consistently.
All right.
So George, I have a question. I'm happy to answer it, but I'm not sure what your question is at this point.
Now, Dave Euling thinks that the Android is laid out a little different, but still Google.
Every time you change from an iPhone to a computer to a tablet, it's all going to look a little different, but it all works the exact same. It just
the feature that Mom will
and sometimes are a little bit different between Android and Apple, but for the most part, it's pretty easy.
No, I like the feature. Once you laid it all out on the computer, it just automatically is in my phone. I mean, I never thought about that. Yeah. Oh yeah, mommy's gonna have fun with this one.
All right, George. Well, I'm sorry that you're lost. I'm not sure what part lost yet. All you're doing is looking up the place you want to go. You're clicking saved to star them, and then once you get there on your phone, you change it from the star to a heart, and that way the places you've been. Because a lot of us get forgetful, and so if this way, because I started to do it, Mom, and then I missed a couple savers, and there's 8 savers in Salt Lake City, and so at one point I'm like, oh, did I do that one or not? Because I wasn't keeping up with what I was teaching you guys. But once I got back on track, so what I did was the second I got in the car from being done, no matter what it was, whether it was a thrift store, a record store, a restaurant, a bar, I would change it right then. If it sucked, I would take it off completely, so I never go there again. If it was good, I just changed it to red, so I knew I was there, and I would not end up back at the same store.
Right. I just think we all need to practice a little bit, for those of us that, seem to be having a little trouble following. I just think it's something that we have to do. And once we do it and play with it, I'm going to play with this tonight. I mean, mom wants to start playing with this right away. Always kind of fresh in my mind. And then I'll call.
So George, George, looking at your maps on your computer, let's go. Excuse me.
He says no app.
I know he says on the computer. So on the computer, let's go find a. Let me think of something different. Let's go to the zoo. Got to be a zoo in Albuquerque. Yeah, Albuquerque Zoo. Okay, so once I've typed it in, it gives these highlights of things that come up as zoos. So there's an aquarium, there's the Albuquerque Zoo, and Biopark. Okay, so once you click on one of those things, so here I've clicked on the Albuquerque Zoo, and then right here I've clicked save. So now it'll be one of the gold stars on my map. So there's the Albuquerque Zoo. So now I know I'm in this part of the world. I'm going to go to the zoo in the afternoon. Then I'm going to hit Bert's Tiki Lounge. And ooh, look at that. The Moonlight Lounge is 4 blocks away. I will end up at the Moonlight Lounge after Bert's.
Nice. Very nice.
All right. So that is how you use maps to...
I just think we all need practice. You know what I mean, honey? I mean,
make it beneficial. Yeah.
Yeah. So we definitely will have to play with this. And I like I say, I'm going to play with it tonight.
All right. So, yes, I'm assuming on your maps you have nothing on Chicago, correct? Since you've never done it.
Nope.
All right. So start with that you like in Chicago.
Okay.
And then I will take a look at your maps.
All right. We'll see how I do. I'm sure I'll be calling you.
Oh, I am sure that.
It's not working.
All right, so before we get to the second half of the show, I want you to let everyone know what's happening in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks from yesterday will be our second Ohio Meetup Group meeting, and we will always be at the same location at Tiki Underground in the Hudson-Akron area. We start at noon, and they have great cocktails and food. So this time, one of our own gals in the group, Joy, is going to be giving us a talk on shoes. She does all shoe shopping. So it'd be nice to have someone right in person giving us the lowdown on shoes. And I gave everybody homework to bring scores and duds with them. So we're looking forward to that. And if anybody's nearby, even though you don't live in Ohio, you are always welcome. So, come and join us. And also, we have our Facebook group too, the Ohio eBay Sellers Meetup. So,
Don't forget to thanks, Ma, when you...
I know. I'm sorry if I should have done that.
So
we have our own Facebook group, so you can find us there.
Yep.
And, yeah, so that, I see what you're doing. Tiki Underground. Did you put Tiki Underground in there?
I went to Google Maps. I typed in Hudson, Ohio, and then I'll put in Tiki Underground. I can type.
Yep, there it is.
Type. It'll come right up. And there it is. Oh, I've already started. I was already started.
Gee, I wonder why.
So as you can see, even in my own hometown of Cleveland, I have a few things starred. So I know when I'm in this neck of the woods, these are the secondhand shops, the thrift shops I want to hit, or the restaurants. So even in a place I spent 30 years growing up, I use it there too, just to make sure, and the reason I do this, and the reason I did start doing the maps with the spreadsheets is, I remember one vacation Stacey and I took, and I don't know where we were, but we got home, and I'm like, crap. We were standing next door to a place I wanted to go, and I didn't realize it. Had I had a map, I would have realized, okay, when I'm in this corner of New York City, I want to make sure I hit these 6 things. So that way you don't got to repeat either.
Nah, see, you're just so good at that. Mom just got to get better.
Yeah. All right, so your meetups are when in the month?
Second Saturday of every month at 12 o'clock.
So, do you think your meetups would be your meetup people will be open to the 4th Saturday? Yeah, in December.
Well, sure, I probably. Why not? Are you coming home? Wait a minute. Oh, I can't. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't have you on the big screen. Oh. I love it. Woo! Yay! When are you coming home?
I guess to come home for Christmas for the first time in 20 years.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. It's been so long since I've had those two home for Christmas. I cannot believe it. I am so excited. This will be awesome. Oh, you guys. Yay. Woo.
I love you if I'm coming home to Cleveland in the winter.
And no wonder you were giving me flack about the weather a little while ago. Maybe.
Yeah, when the show starts, she goes, "You coming home anytime soon?" I'm like ruining the surprise, Ma.
Oh.
So I fully realize it'll be 2 days before Christmas, but here's when I'm going to be home.
Okay.
So if you'd like me to be your speaker, make sure your gang knows they got to come on the 23rd of December.
We'll definitely talk about that at the meeting so we can prepare everybody. And, what date is that, Jason? Do you have a calendar in front of you?
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
It's
the 4th Saturday in December.
But I know, but what's the date? December what?
23rd.
23rd, 2 days before Christmas, you said. Okay. All right. Super.
So I know the timing's not ideal, but
that's all right.
I'm going to go see the Tiki Bar anyway, so if y'all want me to talk, I can talk around my ties.
Yeah. This would be awesome. Well, what made you guys to come home in the winter?
We've been planning it for a while, so I wanted to surprise you on the show with it.
Oh, honey, I'm so excited. Yeah, you guys. Well, you know how I feel about my son, so I'm excited.
Yeah, so we'll be home for.
Is it Jason, or is it really me that you're excited to have there?
You got me, Jason. Stacy, you got me, kids.
I told them. I said we should probably wait till the end of the show.
The more to think about it, the more sentimental Mom is getting.
All right. Well, then I'll throw this in there. This will make you over the top. Here's the Mama's Boy segment for this month. You want to see what a cute baby I was?
Oh dear.
Oh,
We got
my picture. Hang on.
Okay.
Psych.
That's not you.
That doesn't look like me. What the hell? I had this already. Where'd it go?
Oh, no.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
I'll put you back on the screen so you can cry. Hang on a minute.
Well, it's very good because, you know, every holiday they haven't been home. It's been 20 years. It's been a long time. I know that. A very long time. So I'm thrilled to death. Wow, we're gonna be loaded this holiday season. How long are you gonna be home for?
It's coming.
Pardon?
Who else is coming?
What do you mean, who else is coming? I said, how long are you going to be home for?
We're gonna be loaded this holiday season, like with people.
Oh, well, you know, with you kids in, and now, and everybody, and all the grandchildren, and, you know, we're going to have a full house.
All right, there you go.
Oh,
10 months old. Just in time for fall.
that is cute. That, you know, that's your Ohio University sweater and your Ohio University hat from your uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is a great shot. Oh, look how cute. Look how cute. That's
So yeah, if you're watching this today or after the fact and you're in the Ohio, Pennsylvania, Columbus area, come on over. We might even shoot down to Columbus for a night and hang out at the Tiki Bar in Columbus.
Yep.
So we'll be on for about 5 days, give or take, and we'll be at Mom's meetup. You know, I'll figure out what you guys want to talk about, and I'll bring a presentation.
All right. I will ask the gang, you know, what they would like to try and cover. You bet. Sounds awesome. Well, I don't know if I can even finish the rest of this show. You got mommy all.
Wow. Someone said that looks like me. I would never see that picture and think that's me. But
yeah,
hey.
no, not so much on that one. Not so much. Yeah, for sure. Oh my!
I saw this today, and I'm like, oh man, perfect timing to find this one of me buried in the leaves.
Yeah. Oh, I happened to came across a couple of Halloween ones you might want Mom to send to you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. We're into scores, huh? All right.
You want to know if I'll play Dirty Santa? Heck yeah, we'll be at a bar. I'll play Dirty Santa.
I don't know if I even showed these on the haul, Jason, that because it sold so quick. I actually found two of these together, $5 for the pair. I about, you know, jumped out of my seat because I've always wanted one with the girl with the lei, and it is a Lego, and you know, $2.50 a piece, and I got an offer of the 40, and I said, oh, that's fine. You know, that was still a decent price. She wasn't in perfect condition, but she was in pretty good shape. And you know, if you ever find any of these girls, you guys, definitely purchase them. If they're, you know, I think we've talked about the Marwals, and this is Lego. Lego's a lot lighter. Marwals are pretty heavy, but you'll notice the difference. But you know, so I have one in my collection now as well, but I sold the other one. Do you have one of those, Jason?
I don't think I have a Lego. I think I got a Marwal, and I think I got a fake, like a paint it your own kind of one.
All right, honey. I've had this around actually for a little while. I waited and waited and waited. I thought for sure someone would jump on this. You know, I only paid $2 for it and sold it. I got the offer of 20. Said, well, that was good enough. Bye-bye. And out it went. So, but you know, Coca-Cola stuff still does sell, you guys. It just took a while on this one for it to go. You know, so always be on the lookout for Coke. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about Coca-Cola in a little bit. Jason, you don't have any of Mom's old Coke tray still anywhere, do you?
Nope.
Think we sold them all? Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Well, because the Cleveland Indians are hot, so was this bobblehead. You know, I put up everything having to do with the Cleveland Indians that I could, and he was just, you know, floating around in my collection. So really, there wasn't any. You know, Mom didn't buy it at the time, so it was a freebie handout back when I went to a game. But I got a nice offer of the $32 and sold him. So, right. Yeah. So anybody else out there, if you're looking for Cleveland Indians stuff, get it up, you guys, because you know the team has set so many records. This I didn't get a chance to show in the hall either because they sold right away. This was awesome. Yeah. Remember last week, honey, when I showed all of the gravel art and stuff that I found from the one lady? This was part of it. And I paid $18 for the pair, and I got a nice offer of $50 and sold them. I mean, it was quick. I think it was because it, you know, getting close to Halloween and people are into clowns a lot lately, and so they sold. And they weren't in the best of shape, but they weren't bad. And Dad kind of fixed them up for me, and you know, off they went. So yeah, I just spend more money than we usually do, you know. And this I've had forever. It is a needlepoint, and I only paid 25 cents for it. So when I got the $20 offer, I said yes. It was great. You know, some needlepoints sell faster than others. I have bought a few that have sold immediately, and I bought some that have, you know, just sat around for quite a while. And this has sat around for probably 6, maybe 8 months. You know, so I was kind of glad to see the offer of the 20. So, you know, let that one go. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys remember, if you are secretaries out there, but I used to use these all the time back in the day when, you know, they were telephone message pads. And, you know, when the boss was out, you took down the person's name, number, and all that stuff. And I happened to come across a batch of them while you're seeing the low price there. I had 3 different listings up, 2 with 5 pads and 1 with a 2 pad, a little bit different size. And the guy gave me a nice offer for all of them. And I paid... Let's see, where am I? Well, I lost. Oh, they're there. I paid 50 cents for the whole lot, and I ended up selling them for, I think it came to a total of $13. So, you know, they were gone for that. I said that was fine, especially that he wanted them all. I've had this for a little while. I thought it was going to sell quicker than it did. I mean, it's been up there probably maybe close to a year. I originally paid $1 for the ice bucket and did sell it for the full asking price of $19.99. So sometimes you just got to wait it out, you know. Sooner or later, someone wants it.
Man, when you would mess
the telephone,
when you would mess up down a phone number and you're like, oh, I'm hitting 9, says you already got to start all over. Kids nowadays don't know the hassle of having a dial phone.
You know, when Mom thinks back, I mean, back in the day when we left Cleveland and came out to Chardon, we had a party line. So, you know, if you picked up the phone and heard the other people talking, you had to hang up. You know, and then we'd get upset, and then we'd start messages back and forth. But you know, we had to dial everything. I mean, you know, kids don't even know what a dial telephone is anymore. But these are in huge demand. So especially the colored ones. The black ones not so much, but any of the colored ones that you get out there, you know, go ahead. I kind of probably could have held out for more money on this one. Let's see, what did it cost me? It cost me $3, and I sold it for 25. So I probably could have gotten more. I don't know, Mom. I guess maybe I got anxious on this one. Yeah. Now these I have had for quite some time. I don't know how well you can see them. Dad did put the paper in the one. Yeah, these are Copa de Oro glasses. This was a bar in New York City, and I've had them for quite some time, but finally sold them for full price, you guys. I paid $2 for them, and I did some for the $49.99. But they've been around probably a good year, I think, before, you know, I finally did sell them. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta wait. But when I got the bid, or the guy, and you know, it was one of those, Jason. The guy bought it and paid immediately, and I said, after all that time, you know, and I've had a few offers here and there, but I had declined, or not declined them, but you know, countered, and then they just never came back. So it finally did sell well. Pyrex in the colors, guys, sells better than the other ones. You can still get good money. I mean, I've got a bunch of other ones up, but we had hit an estate sale of a lady whose mom had passed away, and she was just almost giving everything away. I paid 50 cents for that Pyrex and sold it for the $24.99, and I bought a bunch from her. So I've got some other, you know, Corningware up and some other things. So if any of those sell, I'll keep you posted.
All right, so I'm gonna back up here. So Cheryl wants to know, how do you know they're vintage?
There's a little number down in the corner. I don't know if it shows up.
9711.
Yeah, 9711. Those are older. That's an older number.
Okay.
I mean, and I don't even, do they even make them anymore? Maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And then Debbie wanted to know if you found the clown velvets in Vegas. No, you found them last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I found them in, and not too far from me, Deb. Yeah, not too far away. They were, you know, close. I think I showed this, was it last week or the week before, on my haul? And of course, you know, football season's upon us, guys. And I thought that was a decent offer because I only paid $3 for it and sold it for the 45. That's a Michigan State University ring and spooner. So you got your double branding there when you go to put those up for sale. But I highly recommend anyone that comes across any of these, do not pass these up, you guys. They always sell. People always seem to be looking for them. I've sold every one I've ever had, Jason. Have you, honey? Mine have always gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't last long. And ta-da! This took a while. This is, I probably shouldn't have given it up, but it is gorgeous. We had found this at a house sale, ended up paying $15 for it, and finally got the offer of $200, and we decided to take it because we've had this, Jason, a long, long time. I just think it's a gorgeous piece, that we paid the $15 for, and $200 to me was a good return, even though we maybe could have gotten more, but we've had it over a year. So, I guess it was time to let it go. But these are selling, guys. So if you do come across any of these, this seems to be a hot item right now. So, keep looking for those. If you come across any, I would say purchase them if they're cheap enough. It was so pretty, lit up and everything.
Oh, yeah, very cool.
Great piece. Just a great piece. And I think those are my scores, right?
That's it, yeah. All right, what you got? All
right. Okay, all right.
By the way, someone in the chat kept saying you better keep track of your tiki style because I'm coming home, you might lose some things.
Yeah, I'll have to take my inventory, won't I? All right, well, speaking of Hawaiian, we'll start with a couple of little Hawaiian things. I just picked these up. It was half price day at our American Cancer Society. Oops, there we go. The 2 coffee mugs, one mom, one dad. They have their tags on the bottom. So both of these cost me 50 cents, Jace. And I'm gonna sell them as a pair. I'm gonna put them up for $24.95. They're kind of cute. Likes them. And I don't have anything else Hawaiian now. This, we don't even know where we got this. I think it was just in with one of our other, items, just happened to be thrown in the box. So it's a Volkswagen, as you can see. Think small. And so we didn't even pay for this. I just think it was thrown in. It just happened to be in our box. It's a 1960s VW Beetle. Think small ashtray. And we're going to put this up for $17.99. It's really tiny. I mean, it's probably 2 inch square. If you can see that. Okay. Then we hit a sale with a bunch of hats, Jace. And you can see I paid a whole quarter for these hats. Have you ever heard of this place?
It's not a place. It's a vodka.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the vodka. Tito's.
I've heard of that place, Austin, Texas. But yes, I know Tito's and made vodka.
So I'll show the other hats in a second. But also sitting in their midst was these mugs. Even though it's not the same vodka, but it's New Amsterdam vodka. And I guess it's a copper mug. They're very light. So I was going to kind of put it all together, Jason, as a grouping. What do you think, honey?
Nah, because someone likes Tito's,
You think better separate?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But do the cups together and then do the hat.
Okay. All right. Wasn't sure on that, so thank you. And then the other hat is, this is like brand new for a quarter. There you go.
Oh, cool.
I know. You have a Jack Daniels hat since you're a squire?
I know, but that is Jack Daniels honey, which is different. It's not Jack Daniels.
Right. So I haven't even done my research, Jason. What do you think? You're good with hats, honey. What do you think? Maybe $20.
I like the Jackin' for Beats. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's brand new. I mean, you can tell it's really in nice condition. Yeah. Now, the other one that was there, also Jack Daniels. Jason, what do you call this kind of hat? I know there's a name for this. Anybody in the chat?
Yeah, Page Boy.
What is it?
Page Boy hat.
Page Boy hat. Thank you. Because I said, I know there's a certain name for this. So like I said, these were all a quarter, you guys. So I should be able to get some decent money out of those. Okay? All right. Okay. Trivia time. Who knows what these are in the chat? Do we know?
They're giant hats.
Yeah. So how do I look?
There you go. See? Perfect.
I'm looking, guys. Anybody?
The Indians won, by the way.
Oh, good. Tribe wins. Yay! We won 102 things this year. Woo! Anybody?
Debbie and Max Scott.
Paper plate covers. Close.
For your picnic.
It flies out of your picnic. Yes, Debbie, I saw your answer, Deb. Yes. These are to cover over your food, you guys. And these are in awfully nice condition. As you can see, one's got flip-flops on it, and the other one's got cocktails on it.
So also military style and newsboy on your hat were the other suggestions.
Oh, these were $3, but it was half price day, so I got them for $1.50 each. And I will probably sell these for around $20 a piece, you guys, because He's so well. You know, anybody doing the mid-century modern stuff, they like those, you know, those kind of deals. Oh, forgot I had another Hawaiian deal. Look at this one, Jason.
Hawaiian Mother Goose.
Yeah, I have the newer version that I got for my granddaughters, but this one is dated 1959. You know, and it's got the all the goes up. And a lot of you know that I'm known as Tutu to my granddaughters because I wanted something different than no one would have. And Tutu in Hawaiian is for grandma. So it's got all the different. It's Dad had to do a little taping, but we saw one that sold Jason for $50.
Nice.
I know. And this cost me $1, everybody. This was $1. Okay. All right. And now this was a fluke. I mean, I saw and grabbed it. I said, ooh, this looks awfully good. I said, it reminded me of Fitz and Floyd when I first saw it. And this was also half price day. And this was the marking on the bottom. But then after we did some research, Omnibus is Fitz and Floyd, which I did not know. Does anybody else realize that out there? So we paid $4 for this, you guys, and I'm putting it up for $40. And I did. It's already up, so you know it is up. I've tried to get all my Halloween stuff.
Oh yeah, all the stuff I found in SLC we're working on tomorrow.
Yeah, this is just gorgeous. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. So I hope someone out there wants it. Okay, did a couple of mugs. This Hershey one here. Really kind of, whoops, upside down. Whoop. It's cool to be sweet. They sell, Jason. I'm going to put this up. I paid $25 for these mugs, and I'm going to put them up for this one probably around $12.99. But this one, here's the beauty. You never know, you guys. I mean, you know, I think I've mentioned this before. Anytime you see something from an amusement park that has closed and is no longer, don't pass them up. Okay. So here's a Hershey Park, Pennsylvania milk glass mug. It even's got their old roller coaster on there. Has the original price tag on it. And I'm sure there's some writing underneath. But this is probably from the 40s and 50s. And it is pretty rare, Jason. And for Mommy's $2 investment, I'm putting this up for $99 after doing my research.
Wow.
Yeah, these early ones here are worth some bucks, guys. So I'll keep you posted on that. So I hope that.
Thanks for the reminder, Sherry. Yeah, if anyone likes anything that Mom is showing, she's happy to sell to you directly. So, like when I do my hauls, and I'm gonna have a big one this week, or Mom's doing her hauls, you want something? Just message us, and we'll wear it away.
When I picked up the bunch of the Pyrex that I said I had listed, guys, there were also some lids available. Don't pass these up. People are always looking for lids because that seems to be what breaks the quickest. So I just put these 3 lids up together, and I paid, like I said, these were 25 cents a piece, everybody, and I put the lot up for $25. Okay, so don't pass up when you see the lids. Here, Jason, this is a snow globe with the parrots in it, but it plays Christmas song.
Of course it does. What songs it play?
Yeah, I forget which one it is. Let's see. Oh, Jingle Bells. Yeah, so there's that. Okay.
A very fast Jingle Bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
I found these vintage. I think Mom's keeping these. These are just because they're Ocean City, Maryland. Yeah, and they're old timers, So Mom's keeping those for herself. Now, I did a boo-boo, but I still think I'll make some money on it. You know how sometimes you look at things and you just don't look at them close enough? We did not see the little broken piece until after we got it home. Okay? It's a lamp. You can see that. Okay? Yep. All right. So, see your fingers are broken there?
Oh, yeah, they are.
I know. I mean, how could we miss that? I mean, it was so obvious. But on the bottom, Jason, I don't know if this comes through. It's a Holland mold, honey. The Holland molds, everyone, are the people that also make the ceramic Christmas trees. Cool. Some of those. So when I saw that, I thought, ooh, so we paid around $3 for this because it was half price day. So I am going to try and get $20 out of it, guys. I mean, with the fingers missing, someone might still, want this little.
Tim says it's giving the peace sign.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she is. V for victory. And it still has the old, cord. Always show your old cord in your pictures, everyone, because that does add to the price of it. So, all right, I was talking about Coca-Cola before. Look what I found at a garage sale, Jace.
Oh, wow.
It's in gorgeous, gorgeous condition. Back in the day, everybody, I had a Coke tray collection. What I had, probably 25 trays, Jason. It was a beautiful collection, and Jason actually sold them off for me on eBay, right, piece by piece. And I had a couple there Mom should have kept. There was a couple of real early ones that I've never seen again. But and people have asked me, well, how do you know it's an old one? There is a definite difference between the reproductions that they have today, everyone, and the originals. The originals were heavier. They look entirely different on the back. Hey, do you think I can get that off, Jason? What do you use to get that stuff off with?
What is this, the marker?
I think it's a marker.
We'll try a little bit of nail polish remover lightly.
Lightly? Okay. All right, I'll give that a whirl.
Just start one little spot, yeah. But you should be fine.
Yep. This girl was dated 1938, everybody. Like I say, mint. A lot of times you find them pretty rusty. I did pay $20 for her, which I thought was a bargain because I'm going to list her somewhere between $75 and $100 probably, Jace, on this
Very
one.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I couldn't believe the condition. That's what really, got Mom.
Dry erase marker, Mr. Clean Sponge, Best Team. Those are all your.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. Okay. Find a tundra sweater, Jason. Isn't that cool?
Very nice. I've not found any good sweaters like that lately.
Yeah, it's been a while for Mom, and it's in beautiful condition. And again, it was half price day at the American Cancer Society, and I paid $4 for it. And these are running around $40, guys. I did look these up. And Jason, they do use Cosby in the title, so is that allowed? I assume.
No.
Well, I saw everybody had Cosby in their title.
And you can report every one of those if you want to.
Wow. Okay, well then.
Plus, at this point, why you'd want to tie yourself to that piece of shit is beyond me.
I know. All right, now a couple of more Halloween things that I just picked up really quick because I wanted a little more Halloween merchandise up there. This was also half price for $2. It's a cute little.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, but she's really kind of cute. It's a small. I'll probably put her for about $20. A scoop neckline for a lady, but she does have some rhinestones in her, and the pumpkin eyes and scattered. It's really quite pretty in person. Okay, and I picked up this Halloween sweater, which also is really a cute one. Look, all the pumpkins are.
That one. I would have grabbed that one too.
Yeah, I liked it because I've been a little more selective on this. This is a medium, everybody, and this was also half price at the American Cancer Society, $2.50. So I thought that was a good buy. I put this up for $40, Jace. And they also had a scrub. It is a Halloween scrub, and it's got frogs on it and ghosts and bats and long sleeve one, guys. And the reason I picked this really quick because it's a 2X, everyone. So it's nice to go with the larger sizes because they seem to sell quicker and faster. All right, a couple more things to go. I'm not sure if these are leaving my house yet. Okay. Is this gravel art again? I know. Let's see here. All right, there's the bottom. Here, I'll come in.
That might disappear in my suitcase.
Oh, look at that, Jason. Isn't that great?
That is cool.
Isn't that great, honey? Okay, and all right, let me show you the other one. Because it's a pair. You might like this one even better.
Wow, that's great. That's some of the best gravel art I've ever seen. So cool.
Now, if you'll notice on this one, the glue has come through. See the little spots all over? I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it as is. Probably if I worked on it, it would, but it's really scattered throughout the whole, picture. She had $30. What?
Gravel art. Someone was asking, was gravel art. Like, yep, it's gravel art.
Yeah. They want to know what gravel art is? Oh, gravel art is these little tiny. They're pebbles. And actually, the woman was selling her mother's estate, and her mother actually did these back in the 50s. So they were done by the mom, and they're just little, blue, little gravel, pieces of gravel, all colored. I don't know, Jason, these are so gorgeous. They sure would look nice in Mom's loft area. So I paid, she had them priced at $30 a piece, which I said, okay, if I'm going to resell, that might be a little bit much. And so I started with the one first, and I offered her 15. And then the husband said, well, there's one that goes with it. And so we looked at that, and I said, oh gosh, these are both kind of nice. I said, would you take 25 for the pair? And she said yes. So $12.50. Now in our research, Dad looked these up. There's one for sale right now for the pair for $270.
Wow.
I know. So I paid 25 for the pair. And yeah, like I say, they're so nice. I don't know if I can part with them yet. I might. Okay, 2 more things to show you. How are we doing on time? Where are we at? Oh, over. Oh, just a couple minutes. Okay, this I did at a garage sale. Here we go with our big items. I've got this blow mold.
Nice.
It's a biggie. I know, it's hard to see. He's about 36 inches tall, maybe more. Let's see, let me get him more over here into the camera.
What'd you pay for him? 3 cents?
No. I will tell you in a second, because to go along with that one is this one. They are different. Each one has a little different look. Okay. They're marked on the bottom. I haven't had a chance to pull out. Now, originally, this one, to buy it back in the day, was $60 back in the day. And if you can see, let's see, the price tag is on the head. Can you see it?
15.
15. I got them for 10 each. So I probably can sell each of those Santas for around, maybe $60, $70, maybe more, because they're tall, So they are the big ones. Robin wants to garage sale with me. That's why, you guys, when my garage sales disappear, I'm going to be so upset, because that's where I do find my best deals. So the blow molds, they're hot, you guys. If you have any Halloween ones, get them up. Don't pass up the blow molds. It was a very hot item right now. I don't know how long it'll last, but definitely worth purchasing them if you get them at a nice cheap price. I know at our First Ohio meetup group, Chris and oh gosh, my mind's a blank. Chris's wife's name, Julie and Chris Brown gave us a presentation on blow molds, and they brought in all their Halloween ones, and they had a gorgeous collection, and they've been selling theirs very, very well. So we got to learn a little bit more about blow molds, and so we've been posting some of our finds on our website. So come and take a peek, everybody. And blow mold is BLOWMOLDS, blow molds. Yeah, so if you want to Google them, guys, and kind of get some background on the blow molds, there's different makes. Carolina's a company, and there's a couple other companies out there, that you'll want to look for the names, but don't, just do your research. You'll find it. It is there for you. And that's it.
Everyone's asking how to ship blow molds in a box. Easy peasy.
Those will go in a box, yeah. Because you do want to protect them, because they are plastic. So, this isn't something that I would shrink wrap like I have with so many of my other items. But yeah, they're going to have to go in a big box. And I have one in the basement, and I have to go out and find some more. Speaking of basements, I have to just throw this out there.
Sorry.
Some of you have been to my house when I had my garage sales this past summer, and I showed them my pit down in the basement that was so unorganized, I can't tell you. Well, I spent 8.5 hours in my basement yesterday reorganizing all my shipping, all my boxes, so I'm ready for fourth quarter. It was a chore, but I got it done. So that's it. Do blow molds go through FedEx? They probably can. FedEx Smart Post, yes. Yeah, I'm sure they can. Yeah.
All right, well, speaking of blow molds, sometime this week, I don't have the time and the date yet, but this is a good chunk of my haul from Salt Lake City. And in there is a blow mold. So when you see me post my link for my haul.
Cool.
A lot of stuff. So the haul will be up soon. I filled the whole bed of my truck And this Thursday on Thrifty Business, we have our guest already. I'll get that post up today too. Her name is Sally Ann Rooster, and Sally Ann specializes in picking, determining value in items, wholesale lifestyle characters, and home and business decor. But I wanted to give you guys two examples of two pictures that she sent me. And so here's her store. And as you can see when she says life-size figures, but here is the most badass.
Oh my.
This is the Rancor. He is one of the Jedi. Luke Skywalker kills him. Spoilers.
Oh.
Here is her with a giant one. Look at the size of that.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, I'm in love. I want that Rancor.
Uh-huh. That is so cool.
So she'll be a guest on Business, usual time, Thursday night, 9 p.m. on the East, 6 p.m. on the West. And we'll be talking about life-size figures, her store, and she sells a lot. And I don't know how much she sells on eBay, but she sells a ton on OfferUp. Marketplaces, and so we're going to talk to her about that. So that'll be.
Oh yeah. Mommy's been using OfferUp a little bit. I probably should use it more.
Yep.
You know, especially these blow molds because they're so big. You know, I might just throw them there as well. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
All right, so that's it.
My cheeks are still red because I'm so excited that you kids are coming home. I can't tell you.
Well, we were gonna surprise you, and the only reason we didn't, because it'd be so much more awesome just to walk in the door. But I knew you wanted me to talk to your meetup.
Yes, definitely.
Told you now was because for your meetup's sake.
Yeah, no. I appreciate you doing that because might be a tough time of year, but I think you might just draw a crowd. So that'll be fun. Mom can't wait. I'm excited. Boy, I'll get to see you in October and then December and then January. Oh, this will be great. Those of you who are moms out there with your children far away from you, you know how I feel.
All right, I guess I'm being choppy, so we're going to end it on that fun note. So,
all right, sounds good.
We're selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50. I'm Jay.
I'm Peg, and go Tribe. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.